So the Oppo F11 Pro may not support the nippiest chipset out there, but it is definitely designed with gamers in mind. For a start, you've got that gorgeous front filling display, which gives you a clear view of any sniping gits hiding out in the bushes. Then you've got the excellent game space feature as well to help manage your resources, block notifications and so on. And there is some impressive battery tech in there as well to help keep you PubGing all day long and get you charged up in a jiffy. So to show off the gaming prowess of the Oppo F11 Pro, I'm going to get blasting on some PubG. We'll explore all those great gaming features, see how good the performance really is, and then test out the battery tech as well. And for loads more on the F11 Pro, including an in-depth look at the ColorOS 6 software, don't forget to subscribe and dig that notifications bell and check out my other videos. Cheers! So as far as the performance goes, the Oppo F11 Pro sports a Mediatek Helio P70 chipset, which was launched in October 2018. This is a 12nm solution with a processor clocked at 2.1 GHz, and it's backed here in the F11 Pro by either 4 or 6 gigs of RAM. Now those Geekbench 4 scores basically confirm that the Oppo 11 Pro will not be troubling any premium smartphones when it comes to the performance. The single core score of 1576 and the multi-core score of 5946 are quite reminiscent of the kind of results you got from Qualcomm's Snapdragon 835 chipset. That is of course a couple of years old now and found in the likes of Samsung's Galaxy S8, so this definitely isn't one of the most premium 2019 performers. All the same, Oppo's ColorOS version 6 makes its debut on the F11 Pro, bringing with it the Hyper Boost feature, and this does a solid job of keeping every day running nice and smooth. You won't see any delay or lag when you're opening apps, flicking through menus, heading back to the desktops, so on and so on. And that Hyper Boost feature means that the Oppo F11 Pro is also specially optimised for running a handful of games, 11 in total, all popular efforts such as Arena of Valor and of course PubG Mobile. So good news for gamers, Oppo's excellent Game Space app is back in action here, and ColorOS version 6 on the F11 Pro. This just handily gathers all of your games together in one place and adds a whole bunch of extra bonus gaming features as well. The brightness lock is definitely handy if you're moving about at the same time as gaming, just to make sure you can still keep an eye on what's actually going on. You've got a choice of different modes that you can flick between depending on how resource intensive your game is as well. So if you're playing something like PubG Mobile, it's definitely worth going into that high performance mode. As you can see, this just culls some of the background tasks, just make sure that your phone is ready to be dedicated towards that game. You can also block any banners and other pop-ups, which is definitely handy, and you can also block all incoming calls so you're not interrupted by your boss or anyone like that. And you even get a handy little estimate of how much battery life you have remaining depending on which mode you've stuck it in. Just dive into the settings, you get a couple of bonus little bits here as well. So for instance, you can just hide away all your games icons from your home screen so you can just access them all through your game space instead. And you can see whether game space itself actually appears on the home screen or not too. So let's jump on in to a bit of PubG Mobile. Now while you're actually in the middle of a game, you can call up the Oppo Game Space settings at any point with a quick swipe from the left side of the screen. As you can see here, this quickly allows you to access features such as the Do Not Disturb, so you can toggle that on and off, and also the Reject Call feature too. You can actually record whatever action is going on if you want to show off your display later online. You can even bring up the likes of WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger and other supported apps in a tiny little window, so you can actually reply to real life people that you actually know while you're busy blasting strangers in the face online. Great stuff. Now as you can see, the default settings in PubG Mobile on the Oppo F11 Pro are medium. So you haven't got the resources, or at least so PubG Mobile claims, to boost it up to the high detail levels. So as you can see there, if we dive into the settings, we're playing on the balanced graphics level with a medium frame rate. So let's see how this does. Now at those detail levels, PubG Mobile was perfectly playable on the Oppo F11 Pro. The frame rate was consistently good. I did notice a couple of little dropouts when the action got very intense, especially if you're ploughing across the landscape in some sort of vehicle. However, on the whole, it was absolutely fine. Even with a fair few gunfights going on at once, it coped generally well with the game. And even on the special Resident Evil 2 mode, which has quite a lot of zombies and other enemies packed on there on the screen at the same time as well, again, PubG Mobile was perfectly playable. As for the battery performance of the Oppo F11 Pro while playing with PubG Mobile, that again impressed. The smartphone has a mighty 4000 mAh cells stuffed inside, and I found that even when gaming with that high performance mode through Game Space, I managed to get around 7 hours of non-stop PubG action before a recharge was needed. That stands up tall along with the best of them, such as the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. And that's everything you need to know about the PubG Mobile experience on the Oppo F11 Pro. Go check out my other F11 Pro videos for all you need to know about this handset, and don't forget to subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest greatest mobile tech. Cheers!